And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Cleveland Browns. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Good at 18, Gator. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Let's get it.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking. We just have to keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Check. Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Lawrence. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Check 52.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready?
Mayfield to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Timing was just a bit off, and that can happen occasionally, even with these fine professionals in the NFL.
But on those out routes, that requires precision, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. Everyone has to be in sync from the time the quarterback hits his back foot and delivers the ball to the receiver turning to find it.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man, that's Landry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 23 yards on the play.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Hurry!
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Watch the screen! 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 Pistol. Mike 55! Get ready!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26.
First down to the 26-yard line. Mike, watch the run.
Mayfield on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Punching it in from a yard away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Off the play fake. Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll try and pick it up from McCaffrey, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Blue down, blue down. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, alert 33. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, alert 33.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for Cleveland. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Kill.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Regular. Here I come. Hey, alert.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Stays on his feet. Landry, the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
We won it. Come to my work. Now.
Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence. Open here, Adam Thielen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
1st down, Vikings.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant.
Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And down to the 29-yard line. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the... And he will score! Touchdown, Vikings! DJ Chark, 29 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, one set.
Mayfield looks to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Here we go. Pistol. Sponge. No. Hey, alert.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He finds his target, Beckham. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. DJ Chark, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
At the 24-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Mayfield. His throw incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Run. Mike, 55. Right there.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
47-yard line.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Let's go, 1 more.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here, as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Browns drive about to get started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Brings up third down and 11.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Here we go again.
Let's go. Let's go.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Mayfield down. And oh, what a catch that time by Landry. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
61. Match box. Mike.
First down.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
54, right there.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route, and I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
A first down throw from Mayfield. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10.
Point it right.
Mike 55. Check 55. Mike.
And again, it's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll come out in the pistol. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From a yard out as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
At their own 25-yard line.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cleveland offense ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
At the 31-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch twist. Real. Point it right. Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Now Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Watch the slant.
Check the backer. Check 31. Shift. Watch the shift. Watch the edge.
5.
McCaffrey on the counter. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
From the gun on 3rd down. Lawrence. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
18 Gator. Hey, Delta.
On 1st down, Lawrence gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Second and 4. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's second and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Lawrence. He's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, but it'll be 2nd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Alert! 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Mike's 5-4.
Watch the screen. Pass. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 50. Hurry. 54. Woo-hoo. Mike's 54. Real. Mike's 54. I got it.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. Danielle Hunter, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Powers ahead at the 45. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 50, plant. Watch the pass. Alpha. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. Lawrence. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Mike.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hurry, hurry.
I got motion. 54, Mike.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, alert 33. Kill. Regular. 99. Check 99.
Be good.
To throw, Mayfield. Going deep here for Landry. That's caught inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Hey, alert 33. General West.
54. Mike 54.
Throwing, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
Third and 5.
The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Regular. 54.
Mayfield with it once more. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Point it right. 6-6, pull it high.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield, and his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Browns on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hatchet. Check 26, check 26.
Pistol.
54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, watch 54.
From the gun, Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Operating from the gun, Lawrence, flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Lawrence. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And Walker has it. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
That's what I do. Say.
Run.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
King.
Check 24.
Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. 46 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Check.
80 weapon.
A run for Nick Chubb. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the backer. Check. Lucky.
49. Check 49.
And again, it's Chubb. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I got it.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Run.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Show it. Slam.
Run.
55, Mike, guys, 55.
Mayfield to throw. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Hey, alert!
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Back to throw. Lawrence. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Joe Schobert in there to drop him at sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long. Throwing on third and long. Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.